Yo, what is going on, guys? Stocks here. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to the channel if you're new. Today we are going to be talking about what just happened on the call this morning with the AMC lawsuit, because it is important to us, it's important to shareholders. It's also important to explain to you how you can object, what this could mean for the company if you want to object, so on and so forth. So first, I'm going to go over what my take was on it, what I heard from it, and then I'm going to cover the key points based off of the notes. Shout out Retail Stock on Twitter. I made also a little thread on it, but this guy kept up with it throughout the meeting, and I was more so trying to listen in and comprehend everything. So without further ado, guys, please just hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Let's get into the video. It seems as if the judge was for shareholders as well as for the other side, and the judge was basically in the middle. So I don't want to hear that the judge was paid off, this and that. I just don't think so. I could be wrong, whatever. Okay, so that's the first take. The judge completely equal, completely even on this message. Now, what's happening is they are trying to reach a settlement under 60 days. First, the judge said, okay, 60 days, yada, yada, yada. Then both sides say, listen, we don't want to wait 60 days. Can we lower that to 45 days? Can we lower that even more? So what's going to happen most likely is a couple weeks prior to when they get the paperwork, they're going to try and file the settlement, have the settlement go through, have the reverse split and the conversion go through. Now, this is more than likely going to come out in late June, and we're going to correlate that over the chart, so on and so forth. But if you would like to object to this, right, even though the vote went through as a yes, if you would like to object to the settlement, so on and so forth, letters of objection will need to demonstrate ownership of shares. So you're going to have to screenshot your account, you're going to have to say why you object, why this matters, and you are just going to have to show legal ownership of your shares if you want to object. So legal share count, if you want to object, has to be submitted. This is interesting because it seems as if both sides wanted to come to this faster. Now, the other side, depending if they're short the company or whatever it may be, they either want their money from AMC, which, okay, if they're short, they take more money from AMC, then they use that money, slap the stock, or whatever they do with it, right? They just want the money, or they want to speed it up so they don't have to pay these cost to borrow fees, and they're running out of cash very, very fast. Okay, so you guys let me know in the comments what you think it is. However, AMC side of things, this is bad that this is going to extend, but it's good that it's less than 60 days. Now, AMC has raised cash in the past, and AMC has had good box office sales, okay? But they're running out of free cash flow. AMC has less than 2 quarters of cash burn left. Okay, we are more than likely running through cash very, very fast. And if this delays any longer, it could be bad for AMC, and it could look like a detrimental Chapter 11 bankruptcy filing for AMC. You guys let me know if you're writing anything in to object. Overall, this is the basic breakdown of what happened today. Both sides say, hey, we want this to happen. We want it to happen fast. The judge basically said, why didn't you come to me sooner? They said, well, we wanted to talk to you first. And the judge said, all right, you know what? We'll try and do this as fast as possible. We'll try and get it done by late June because both parties really, really want it done. What's going to happen is settlement, reverse split, conversion, and anything that is objective to that, we will talk about furthermore. Now, also, I believe the judge said she's going to try and work something out so you can show up in person, but she doesn't know how many people are going to show up in person. Okay, so that's the next thing. Just to cover the keynotes before we move on, we're discussing settlement. Hearing will be 60 days from posting a brief, which hasn't happened yet. Letters of support / objection will need to demonstrate ownership of shares. Now, these notes go on about the meeting, so pretend he started listening. AMC asking to make the schedule faster, asking to allow AMC to give notice 45 days in advance instead of 60. To provide ownership in our letters, we can hide all but last 4 digits of our account number. Letters will go through court, not attorneys. You may have seen that Special Master was a role appointed. They will be going over all the letters. Plaintiff attorney sounds supportive to me of the shorter window request. We should be seeing more info from the plaintiffs. Court acknowledges both parties would like to meet by late June, but now wants to talk schedules to see if that can work. Sounds like we may see a notice and briefing by mid/late next week. Should explain the settlement in more detail to allow for objection / support letters. Sounds to me like all parties will shoot for 45 days from the notice, mid/late next week. Court judge is clearly aware of our engagement, discussing how to allow for in-person attendance and ensure safety. There will be a process for allowing people to speak. Note, this is similar to the letters. If I hear her correctly, just in person. Unprecedented stockholder input. She will have the Special Master try to organize our responses. Special Master will file a report and recommendation prior to the final hearing. Defense shares, they believe there are 3.8 million of us U.S. shareholders. Cost to mail to us would be 2.9 million. Asking to avoid regular mail. Defense asks asking to stick to electronic methods, aka filings, emails, website posting, etc., etc. Now, this is also bad for the company because if this isn't allowed, AMC is going to burn through nearly $3 million just for the mailing situation, right? But overall, this is what happened with the call. Remember, we don't have a long time to burn through cash. You guys let me know what you think about this in the comments down below. We'll touch on the Ortex numbers real quick. 25.64% short interest, shares on loan 181 million, utilization maxed out, cost to borrow at 343% for an average and 361% for a max, so they are still paying 3 times their position. Short interest for 5.65% short interest, utilization 62%, cost to borrow dropped to nearly nothing. Also, AMC got taken off of the threshold securities list after 8 consecutive days. It is what it is. I wasn't going to hold it to it. How they got off, I have no idea because we just got slapped. You didn't see price action. Bills to delivers are stacking up, then they're being tossed to get it off the threshold securities list. AMC is up about 3% on the day currently as I'm making this video, trading at $5.09. This is exactly where in the cycle that I think we are, that we have been tracking this earnings cycle. We are going to start to curl back up slowly, get that pop around April 28th, and continuously scale up all the way into that early to mid-June. And of course, we have that May 5th earnings catalyst that we could see happen on AMC, so just keep that in mind. However, that does line up with another pop in the cycle, which is going to be right here, so just keep that in mind as well. Overall, this is the basic stuff of what we're tracking with AMC. I think now, which we talked about in Discord, if you guys want to join the Discord, that link is under the video, as well as getting up to 15 free stocks for downloading Moomoo and making a deposit. It can literally be a penny, plus you're getting free level 2 order book data, access to trading options, going long, going short, and more. So guys, do that. Get your 15 free stocks for just signing up and depositing. But we talked about this in the Discord. I think grabbing calls at least a month out, right? A month or 2 or 3 months out to give yourself enough time, not financial advice, I'm not a financial advisor, is a very, very safe thing to do as of right now as to where AMC's price is, and that's exactly what I'm doing. So just keep that in mind. If you want to know my trades as soon as I take them, make sure to join the Discord under the video. As for the S&P 500, I'm happy, but I'm pissed. I made 35% today on the S&P 500 on a little trade, but I should have held through. And of course, I sell and it tanks even further. But again, profits. The SPY is trading at 409.57, down 0.75% on the day. I'm looking for that retracement bounce down to 408.50 before getting a bounce, or at least a temporary bounce before selling off even further. That is the outlook on the SPY. It is going for that 408.50 level instead of that 415 first, and that is essentially where the SPY is going to go today, in my opinion. As for GameStop, trading at $19.35, down about 3% on the day. It's going for that gap fill. There's nothing else to say about it. It may have a temporary bounce at $19 even, but again, that gap fill is all the way at $18.30, and I think it is going to happen, playing out this cycle that you see up here, and it may have that temporary bounce come AMC earnings on May 5th. That is something to keep in mind. That is what I'm watching for GameStop. It is going to fill that gap, in my opinion. As for top 20 traded international shares, you see AMC and GameStop on the top with 67% buy, 33% sell, and for GameStop, 94% buy, 6% sell. Yet the prices still tank. What is the explanation for this? Overall, guys, this is what I got for you for today's video. Hopefully you enjoyed watching or found value out of the video. You let me know your thoughts on the meeting, on the call, on the lawsuit. Make sure to pop in the Discord. Don't miss that. Also, if you guys want to check the merch or become a member just to help out the channel, those links are down below as well. I love you all. Lottery Stocks out.